So here I'm at the flea market. I had a little altercation with a fellow vendor over some bullshit that she created. I had another vendor step in because, my reaction was, fuck you, bitch, get the hell away from me. I'm like that with people. Very therapeutic, actually. It's kind of fun. And, you're going to start a fight with me. Prepare to fight. So I go off and, what do you call it? I'm sitting there, and a fellow vendor goes, well, you're Mr.Coexist. And it caught me. I was like, well, if you read my articles of faith, you understand what the fuck coexist means. Threw her off the loop. Maybe because I swore at her. I don't know. But that's the thing. Because you use one word, people have a perception of what you're doing without reading about what it is that you do. To summarize, it'd be no different than reading a jacket of a book to understand a book. Or to simplify that, judging a book by its cover. So when I go off and I'm promoting Access Sanctuary Chapels, people are quick to cry out hypocrisy of my behavior, but in reality, I'm preaching religious tolerance, not people tolerance. Fuck people. You can get the Satanic Bible, the Christian Bible, the Torah, the Quran, and any other religious book on top of each other. Stack them. You're not going to break the time-space continuum. The end of the world is not going to happen. There's a bunch of fucking books. Add people to the mix, and you'll have World War III. I understand the difference. So, that's where I get it. That's where I see it. And that's where I deal with people in general. Limited scope, limited minds, limited everything. I think it comes to the point of laziness. People would rather be spoon-fed, no matter what they are in paradigm, what they believe in, whatever their religious preference is. Occultists alike. I even get this from fellow occultists. They'll project onto me what I believe. Well, you like to hug trees and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I get that a lot from the Satanists. And it amuses the fuck out of me because it's like, well, I wrote down the articles of faith. I tell people what I believe and how I believe it. And if they can't really grasp it, then they're just doing projection. In other words, they have nothing more to give into a conversation, an argument, and then they're going to go off and paint you a bad guy or a bad person. And by doing so, they will make shit up in the process to cover their own ignorance. So when you go off and you deal with that, it isn't just Satanists. I deal with that with Christians. I deal with pagans and witches. Especially in this scenario, I'm dealing with someone in vanilla or the mundane. Mr.Coexist. Yeah, I am. This isn't about an issue of religion. It's an issue of a dumbass person, and I'm calling them out on it. I like yelling at people. It's very therapeutic. And especially if they come out of the blue to fuck with you. Oh, then that's just open season, And whatever I got repressed or held in for the week or two, that comes out pretty fluently. So at that point, they just get a shitstorm of embarrassment and ridicule in a public eye. With me pointing, going, what the fuck are you doing, you dumbass? So it works. But I have fun with it. I run with it. A lot of people can't. And that's fine. Everybody's different. Everybody's personality is different. But when it comes to people in the occult world, I always say, how dare you call yourself an occultist if you're not out exploring for yourself what is out there in the world, what's out there beyond the black veil. And when people, I am, and I go, well, did you by chance, read into what I believe in or read what my church is about before you open your fucking mouth? A lot of chances, no. And it's prevalent. If you go to like a Facebook and you post something up, I post up a lot of different articles, and a lot of people will judge the article and have nothing to do with with the actual, they'll respond to the title. They won't respond to the article. And it was actually an article that I got. I read it. And it was based on a 1968 case. And I even put the caption saying it was a 1968 court case. And just to see how people react. Or I had another post I put up. It was a picture of a girl with a sly sly look on her face, saying, because I don't believe in the religious beliefs that you have. Why does it bother you so much? And I post up everywhere. I posted up on a group ran by a interrogist, and he was talking about Christianity. I did a Christians versus atheist group. I posted that in there, and they all thought it was about a Christian standpoint. In reality, of all the responses, had nothing to do with the poster or the picture with the words in it. It just says, if I have a difference of opinion of what you believe in, verbatim, why does it bother you? It had nothing to do with Christianity, but people projected it. People who are defensive did that. And to me, it was more like it's fishing for the fucking insecure. It wasn't that hard to do. And those who projected the most obviously have an Achilles heel that they exposed psychologically. And they, even when you point it out to them, they still don't see it. So for me, it's amusing. I wouldn't say trolling, but amusing, the fact that, thank you for letting me read you like an open book, and you yourself don't think that you are open at all. Tap into the human mind. It's not too hard. Knock twice, they open up. But that's humanism, that's humanity. When you're dealing with religion, understand what a different religion is about. Even if they call themselves Christian, they're not the same. There are atheist Christians, there are deistic Christians, and they are theistic and polytheistic Christians. They don't even know it. I told a Pentecostal that one time, and she looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, nope, they're out there. So, and I should know. And I do that. I educate the people around me about different religions within their own religion, and also the religions that are around their religion or out there. But it's about religious tolerance. You stack all these books on top of each other: Satanic Bible, Christian Bible, Torah, Quran. It's not going to spontaneously explode, but add people, you'll have World War III. So, understanding religion, and then you can understand a little bit about humanism, or about the human condition, or just basic human psychology. And you can understand where some people, like say Westboro Baptist, would hide behind the Bible for their actions. No different in the medieval times, where people were being burned at the stake for being heretics and whatnot. For the name of God, Jesus, they will go off and kill people under the name of God. That was their actions, their religious viewpoint. You didn't share our religion, and you're a different kind of person, we're going to kill you. Same difference. Just that in Westboro Baptist, they go off to a soldier's funeral and say God hates fags, God hates soldiers, God hates America. I don't think I've seen once about God hating people. I have seen things of God killing people, but not hating. Why would he waste time hating someone if he can kill them? Just saying. Good other thing about reading up on other people's religions, they say, a lot of people say, well, there's a resurgence of a witch shall not suffer to live. But yet, if you were to ask for the definition of a witch in the Bible, you won't find it. In those words, witch, you will not find a definition. So, if you suffer not a witch to live. Now, they have definitions of sorcerers and all that. And some evangelists might use that. But that's not defining a witch. That's them defining a witch. But if you look in the Bible, there's no definition of what a witch is in the Bible. So, anyways, I figured I'd share that with you, and I wish you well. But yeah, my organization's about religious tolerance and understanding, and when it comes to people, fuck them. People are the problem. This has got to understand a little bit more about what they believe and how they believe it to give you a better education about the world around you. Take care, everybody, for now.